Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance.
And good morning again, and welcome to the My Tarot morning reflection daily inventory. If you've been here before, it's actually just remembering to take a breath and maybe have a cup of coffee. So I hope everybody's having that amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you happen to be. And so we are just going to check in with the universe today. Listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean, which reminds us to take that breath. So, feet flat on the ground, butt in the seat, breath. And so this is just checking in with ourselves, asking the universe, is there anything we need to know? And it's all about just sitting still for a minute and just paying attention. Because the universe will tell us. Sometimes we just don't listen. So, what do we have going on today? That is the big question. Okay, so where are we? That's a good question. We're going to make our 3 stacks. Each one of these a different thread going out to the universe. Each one a different thought or conversation. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a separate path, because each one of these is a different conversation. And whichever stack we choose, this one will take us down one path, this one a different one, or this a different one. 3 different conversations. So today I'm going to take the top stack, what's right on top, what I like to think of as things that are right in front of us and we don't even see it. And I'm going to do our 3 and 1. My gosh, I haven't even counted the videos, but how many times have I said this? Like close to like 400 times. With a total of like 500 videos plus. So, I'm going to flip each one of these cards over one at a time so that we can read them like a book. And we're starting right off with the devil, le diable. So what is the devil? But it's the harms that we do to ourselves and others. When you read in the book, it always talks about addictions and all these things like that. But this is just even things where we know that we should get more sleep. We know that we should be eating better. Things like that. So the devil is the harms we do to ourselves and others. And the effects that can have in our environment. And the lessons that we can learn. So, when we're going through our week, and these are 2 majors here, there are lessons we have to learn. There are struggles that we put ourselves through sometimes. It could be because of all those 9s that I've been pulling up this week. That anxiety, which causes that lack of sleep, which causes that thing where we start dealing with things in a way that just, in a negative way. We feel all the weight on us and stuff like that. But those are also the lessons that we need to say, you know what, I need to not do this to myself anymore. So the devil in that way is that it's that positive aspect that says, you can tell me not to stick my hand into a fire when I'm 3 years old, but until I do it myself, I'm not going to understand. So when we go through the nines, the Nine of Swords, when we go through our life like this, sometimes we have to stick our hands in the fire a few times, or sometimes, we have to just take that weight on. We have to feel it and say, okay, I'm done with it. So that we can finally learn something to where we get to the world. And 21 is the last of the majors. This is where we really learned something. So it's important that we allow ourselves to go through the devil card. It's not easy to do this, but it's important that we allow ourselves to do this. So, to the Hierophant. Okay, so I think because of all these nines that we've been getting this week, which says we need to acknowledge the stress that we're under. Not too hard to acknowledge that, right? If we do have stress in our lives, it's not hard to acknowledge it. What's hard about that is to not take all that weight on our shoulders, because it's normal to feel that weight. But when we come to the Pope, when we come to the Hierophant, what is this? So this is about, in the short, what the Hierophant is about institutions, learning, it's tradition, it's things that we learn, can learn going forward. So with these three majors like this, when we get to the Hierophant, it is about rules. It's about doing things a particular way. It is, I see this card and I have this thing about religion. So I always want to think these negative thoughts, but it's not. Sometimes, for me, when I get up and I go to work and I do what I have to do in the morning, I check my emails first, then I check to see if there's any open issues, then I have set rules that I follow. That's what the Pope is. This is where we learn these traditions. This is where we learn these things to keep us in line, so that even on my worst, most stressful day, my body will take over and start doing the things that I should be doing. Does that make sense? So here's where we do those things that are harmful to ourselves or others. These are the lessons that we learn until when we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then we start developing new habits, new rules, new procedures, new things to follow. Because when we're not guessing, then we can go on instinct, we can go on autopilot. And even in the most stressful situations, when I was in basic training, yes, I was in the National Guard, I was in basic training, they teach you how to go onto autopilot. Because during a combat situation, it can't get any more stressful than that. But if you fall back on your training, which comes through hardship, then it takes that stress of trying to figure out what to do. It takes away that stress. The only reason I'm really focusing so much on these cards is because with three majors, the minors are day-to-day cards. The swords, the cups, the things like that are day-to-day. But we have three majors here that says, wake up and pay attention. So I'm going to flip over the advice card, which is the Queen of Swords. Court cards. Could be you, could be me, could be somebody that we know. But the Queen of Swords, this is somebody who acknowledges, first off, a queen. What is that? Cards are gender neutral. It's the masculine energy, the feminine energy. Queens are the ones that take care of us and take care of other people. That is that nurturing instinct with this card. Swords are the element of air and thought. So this card is saying that we acknowledge, if this was a queen talking, she would say, we acknowledge how you feel. We acknowledge what you're going through. But the sword says that we also need to not be emotional about it. We need to be clear-sighted. We need to have the vision to see what's going on. I understand how you feel, but this is how it is. I understand how you feel, but this is how it is. This, to me, if you, again, look in the books, it'll say this is like a psychiatrist, or this could be a teacher, or this could be, but to me, this is the tough love card. This is the card that says, acknowledge how we feel, but now it's time to put on your big boy pants. This is the card that says that tough love. I understand, but. And so for today, especially if we've been going through any stressors or anything like that, where if we acknowledge, in reality, have we been a harm to ourselves or others? Have we been doing things because we're stressed and because we're the Nine of Swords? Then that's a good reason to sit back, take a breath, and focus. Because, again, these are the survival instincts that we develop to move forward. If we can learn from our past. And we take what we learn and we lock it in and we make it a tradition. We find out what works and we just do it and we do it and we do it so that we don't have to think about it, because it just becomes natural to do the next right thing. Why? Because of the tough love card that says, I know that we're depressed. I know we want to stay in bed. But today's the day that we're just going to go kick ass. And we need to be clear-sighted. We need to have a clear vision. But she might even be pregnant here. She is going to say, but we are going to take care of ourselves in the process. We're going to put ourselves first today. We're going to take care of ourselves, and we're going to kick today's ass. So, in a long, drawn-out way, that's pretty much what it comes down to. So, with that, I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing evening. I hope that we all can push past through the World card so that we take what we've learned and we just move forward so that it becomes instinct instead of angers, so that it becomes tradition instead of terrifying ourselves another day. No matter what, we're going to make it. So with that, thanks again, and I hope you do have that amazing day.